I am in the hotel room in Indianapolis, and I did not get chosen as in the final round or as the winner in the So You Think You Can Speak competition. And I'm still in a pretty bitter place, angry, shocked, sad. I'm in your standard WTF mode because I thought I did really well. And I got a lot of feedback from people that thought I did really well. And so when they didn't call my name, I had to stand up there in front of 1,200 people and clap. And my heart just broke. I really wanted this. And I felt like I deserved it. So what's happening right now is the tough part of spirituality. The tough part of believing in everything happens for a reason. When it doesn't feel good. It's a lot easier to believe that everything happens for a reason when it happens the way you want it to. But when it doesn't, it's harder. So I'm going to just get grounded. And get grateful. Get grateful that I had an opportunity that so many people would like to have, which is to present in front of all those people. And grateful for the feedback, grateful for the coaching. Grateful for the opportunity that I tried something that was absolutely terrifying. But I'm not quite there yet. And sometimes, it just takes a little while. It just takes a little while before you can get to the place where you understand and where you accept it. So, but it's kind of sad right now. So I ask for help. I ask for help that I can get to the gift. Get to the acceptance and the awareness of the wonderful juice that is contained within it. So, thanks. Thanks to those of you that prayed for me. I appreciate it. And I ask you to be gentle with yourself when you're in these kinds of places. Be gentle with yourself and let yourself go through them. Feel the feelings. Feel them. Don't stuff them down. Feel them. Recognize them. Name them. So you can move through them. So, thank you. I appreciate it. Bye.
So that was at about 10 o'clock that night, and I had reminded myself through that video that I had asked for help to get to the place of seeing the gift. And at about 4:30, 4:45 in the morning, that morning, Spirit knocked on my head, woke me up in the form of my roommate's snores, and said, "Get out of bed and go to the gym." Wrong number. You're talking about her. One bed over. Nope, get out of bed, go to the gym, bring your hoop with you. Now I'm still smarting from all that. And so I say, okay, fine. I lay there for a little while and I kind of have my temper tantrum and I say, you know, I don't really want to do that. I'm not a 5 o'clock in the morning gal. And it was, I don't really care. You asked for help, get out of bed now. So I bring all my stuff into the bathroom and I put my workout stuff on and I have my headphones on. And I find a little place at 5:30 in the morning at the gym, which I had to look for. I couldn't find where the gym was. So I find a little alcove. It's wonderful. It's right against the plate glass windows, second floor, so it's kind of like a mirror, but not. And then there's a little kind of back thing that protects me kind of around people, but they can still see me. And I just started to do my thing. I danced for the first time, hoop danced for the first time, just because I wanted to, just for love. I wasn't prepping for So You Think You Can Speak. I wasn't prepping for Pip Jazz. I wasn't prepping for the next gig that I'm going to do for 500 people. I danced it to just dance my pain away. Dance my anger away, dance my resentment away. And I just did. And then all of a sudden, in about 15 minutes, this woman is hovering around me. And people do that, although I never noticed because I always put my earbuds in. Not anymore. So she looks at me and kind of does one of the deals. And I pull out, she says, "Do you teach that?" I said, "No, I don't." "How'd you learn how to do it?" I took a couple workshops, but I, really just just practiced it. And I said, "But I am a speaker, so I use it in my keynote presentations." And she says, "Could you give me your contact information? I'm a scout, and I'm hiring for an executive retreat at a spa in Montana, and we'd love to hire you for the day." I just so happen to have a card right here. That was 7 hours from my plea to God for help. And then throughout the day, so that put a little spring in my step, people. Did everybody else get a gig to spa for the day? Nope. So I'm walking and I'm looking really cute. I have my convention wear on, and people all through the whole time are going, "Hope woman, hope woman, hope woman, you rocked yesterday, woo, yes." All these people knew who I was. In the sea of speakers, I had made a difference with my love of this thing and my love of my own self as a divine emanation. And beautiful, beautiful things start happening. And then the next morning, Spirit wakes me up at 5 o'clock in the morning and says, "Get down to the gym." "Hi, you told me that yesterday." "No, really, get down to the gym with your hoop. Now." In the bathroom, do my thing. 5 o'clock, 5:30, here I am, the same space, same thing, doing my thing. And I had noticed another guy in the gym yesterday when I talked to the woman with the spa. And he was checking me out. He wasn't checking me out in the skeezy gotta take a shower, check me out. He was checking me out in a, wow, that's really, really cool. What she's doing is really, really cool. So the next morning I do my thing, and I look scarier than the day is long. Can you imagine? Honestly, literally, I just got out of bed, put on my stuff, and left. Lion mane hair, no makeup whatsoever. Teeth brush is the only form of hygiene that I did that morning. And so I'm like, frightening. So I see the guy, because I go to get my water, and we both have our earbuds in. Y'all, when you go work out, everybody's just in their own little cocoons. So he kind of points to his earbuds, like, take them off. That's the universal sign for remove your earbuds. So I remove my earbuds, and this this man, this presence of man says, I saw you yesterday morning doing your thing, and I saw you this morning. What you do is coming from a good place. What you do is coming from a place of love. I like that. And I said, well, actually, it's spirit hoop dancing for me. It's really how I move energy, and it's how I find myself, how I find my beauty. And he's like, it's obvious, keep it going. And we had this, bro sis moment. I love you, man. I love you too, man. And didn't know his name. He didn't ask me mine. I didn't ask him his. I go off, and then, and of course, now I'm feeling so much juju because I've got all these people saying these good things, and I'm feeling it. And so I'm trying brand new stuff with my hoop in the morning and just going, I don't give a cheese if you don't like it. I'm going to hoop the way I'm going to hoop. If it makes you uncomfortable, too bad. If it makes you feel ugly, too bad. If it makes you feel fat, too bad. If it makes you feel old, too bad. If it makes you feel unworthy, too bad. That's your projection of yourself. That is not going to take away from what I believe to be true, which is I am a divine emanation. I rock this thing. And I've earned it. I've earned it. I've had flight time. You get better when you're a hooper when it's off the ground. It needs to be in the air to get better. You see people that have hoops? I don't know, I'm not getting any better. Pick it up. Pick it up. So anyway, I have this great moment with this guy. I'm trying, and then as he's leaving, he goes, gives me a big wave and a thumbs up. Then later in the convention, they have these speakers that come up during the convention that are crazy good. Crazy good. They make a fine fee. Let's just say they make a fine fee. And they command the space, and they're so polished, and they're so professional, they're so amazing. And I've gotten all this great compliments and feedback, and I'm sitting up towards the front, and the guy is like, okay, and our next speaker, ladies and gentlemen, is the award-winning, multiple author keynote speaker who has apprenticed with Les Brown for the last 7 years and has got all of these things and these channels and these amazing things. And you find out how big of a deal this dude is. And he walks out. Guess who it is? 5:30 in the morning, bro love. And I sit in the front row, and I'm all gussied up, okay? I'm transformed. And I'm looking at him, and he's looking at me, and it's like, and I just dug everything that he said, and he's just a speaker just like me. He talks about personal empowerment and your own belief, and you are the one that creates what you want. So it was just like, yeah, brother! And after the service, it kind of was like a service, after his little thing was over, I find him, and he's like, you, come over, we're connecting now, officially, we're connecting. And he says, get your phone out, because there's people all around him, surrounding him. He goes, get your phone out, I'm going to tell you my phone number, and I want you to remember this. You and I are friends from this point forward. You and I are friends from this point forward. I want you to text me, you're going to email me, we are going to stay connected, doors are going to open for us. Don't forget that. Because why do you think he did that? Because he saw me when I wasn't a speaker. When I'm not, hi Kevin, nice to meet you, my name is Theresa Rose, I've just started here. Tell me one of the top 3 things you can do to become a successful speaker. Right? Dad, glad to meet you. Business card shuffle? I didn't do that. I was busting it with, tell me something good in the box. So doors started opening, doors started opening, doors started opening, and I realized that this arc of NSA, what happened for me in NSA, was a lot of I literally did get what I wanted to accomplish, which is I wanted to get big. I wanted to get big. I wanted to move more fully into my power. But did you see how I had to get there? I couldn't get there. I failed. Who got me there? Spirit. I had one of those classic, do you really believe in God moments? When you just go, why? Well, first of all, I wrapped way too much of myself in winning. My ego was front and center. And when my ego said, you're not good enough, you're not as good as Patrick and Gwen, and here's the